All right, so today we're gonna look at how to land your dream job as a leather goods manual operator.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, so if you've got that interview coming up,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna be your secret weapon today.
Yeah.
We've got a whole bunch of RoleCatcher resources to help us out here.
Mm,
Career guides, potential interview
that was
questions,
the good stuff.
the works.
Yeah.
Um, so let's just jump right in. I think before we even get to the interview questions,
Okay.
we should really try to get a feel for what this job actually entails. You know,
For sure.
what does a leather goods manual operator actually do?
Yeah. And I think our role catcher guide really paints a pretty vivid picture.
It does, yeah. It's not just like stitching, you know what I mean?
So much more than that.
There's like a real artistry to it.
Definitely. I think there's a real artistry to it.
Yeah, like you're taking this piece of leather and transforming it into something,
Yeah.
beautiful
Hold
and
up.
functional.
It's amazing how they do it.
Yeah, and there's this like precision and creativity and this real understanding of the material.
And that's something you can really convey in the interview.
Oh, for sure.
It's really about showing them that you're not just looking for any job, but you're really passionate about this craft.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's get to the heart of it, the interview questions.
Okay, let's do it.
First one, what experience do you have in working with leather goods?
Okay.
Now, this one might feel a little intimidating
Yeah.
if you've never actually like worked in a factory or anything.
Right. If you don't have that professional experience.
Yeah, but I think the key here is that experience can come in so many forms.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating here is that you can draw from seemingly unrelated experiences.
Really?
Have you ever done leather work as a hobby?
Okay.
Maybe you've repaired a bag or, even crafting experience can be relevant.
So it's really about highlighting those transferable skills.
Exactly. And this is where RoleCatcher can really give you a leg up, an advantage.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So their AI, it can actually analyze the job description
Wow.
and pinpoint the specific skills they're looking for.
Okay.
And then it helps you tailor your answers to emphasize those skills,
Ah,
even if they come from unexpected places.
so it's like having a personalized cheat sheet.
You could say that, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What do you consider to be the most important qualities for a leather goods manual operator to possess?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, this one's all about showing that you've really thought about this role.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not enough to just say, attention to detail or
Right.
dexterity.
Yeah, you have to explain why those qualities are so important.
Exactly. Give me an example.
Sure. So you could say something like attention to detail is crucial because even a small error can compromise the integrity of the entire piece.
Okay.
Or dexterity is key because working with leather often requires intricate movements and a really steady hand.
So you're really showing them that you understand, like, the nuances of the craft.
Yeah, the why behind the what.
I love that. And I bet this is another area where RoleCatcher's AI feedback comes in handy.
Absolutely. It can analyze your answers and suggest ways to make them more insightful and tailored to the specific company and the role.
Wow. Okay, I'm seeing the power of this tool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Next question. How do you ensure that you are producing high-quality leather goods?
Oh, that's a good one. This is your chance to really shine a light on your process.
Okay.
Do you have a system for double-checking your work?
Gotcha.
How do you make sure that everything is consistent and precise?
So it's about showing them that you have a method, like a set of standards that you adhere to.
Exactly. And you can even use this question as an opportunity to mention any knowledge you have of quality control measures that are used in the industry.
That's a good point.
Show them that you're thinking beyond the individual task and considering the bigger picture.
The big picture of quality assurance.
Exactly.
Right. Speaking of the bigger picture, I noticed in the RoleCatcher guide that leather goods manual operators can work in a variety of settings.
That's right.
Like they mentioned, factories, workshops, even the possibility of working independently.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point to bring up in the interview,
Okay.
especially if you have a preference for a particular work setting.
So if I thrive in a collaborative environment, I might mention like my excitement to work in a bustling workshop.
Exactly. Or if you really value independence and self-direction, you could highlight, maybe your interest in building a home-based studio setup.
Oh, that's great. So it's about aligning your personal work style with the potential environment.
Exactly. Okay, so let's jump back into those interview questions.
Okay, let's do it.
The next one is, how do you prioritize your workload when you have multiple orders to fulfill?
Ooh, time management is key.
Yes, especially in a production role.
Right. And I bet it's even more important when you're dealing with like custom leather goods.
Absolutely. This is where you want to highlight your organizational skills and your ability to stay calm under pressure.
Would it be good to mention like a specific system that I use, like a
Yeah.
to-do list app or a...
For sure, or a priority matrix.
Okay.
And maybe share a brief anecdote about a time you successfully managed multiple deadlines.
So it's about showing them you can handle the heat.
You got it. Okay, next up. How do you stay up to date with the latest trends and techniques in leather goods production?
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah.
It's all about showing your passion for the craft.
It really is. Mention specific resources you use.
Yeah, okay.
Trade magazines, websites, online courses, even YouTube channels.
So it's really about demonstrating that you're a lifelong learner.
For sure, you're always looking to expand your knowledge and skills.
Yeah.
And RoleCatcher can help you here too.
Okay, how so?
It can identify relevant resources for the specific types of leather goods that the company produces.
Wow, so you walk in with like this really tailored knowledge?
That's the idea. Okay, let's move on to one that might feel a little tricky.
Okay.
Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a problem with a leather good?
Oh, yeah.
Don't let that word troubleshoot scare you.
Okay.
This is really just a chance to showcase your problem-solving skills.
Okay.
Think back to a time when you faced a challenge in your leather work, even if it was a personal project.
So even if I've never worked professionally,
Exactly.
I can still answer this.
Absolutely. The key is to focus on the process, how you identify the problem, the steps you took to resolve it, and what was the outcome.
So instead of just like rambling,
Yeah.
I paint this picture.
Yeah, a clear, concise picture.
Problem,
Right.
the actions, the successful outcome.
Yeah, and what you're also doing is you're highlighting those transferable skills again.
Oh, that's right.
Whether you had to fix a broken zipper on a bag or figure out a new stitching technique, it all demonstrates your ability to think critically and find solutions.
And I'm sure RoleCatcher can help me polish those stories
Yes, absolutely.
for the interview.
It can help you structure your response using the STAR method:
Okay.
situation, task, action, and result. That's a really proven technique for answering these types of behavioral interview questions.
Okay, good to know. All right, let's tackle another one that might seem a bit technical.
Okay, shoot.
How do you ensure that you are using the proper tools and equipment for each task in the production process?
Oh, this one is all about demonstrating your knowledge of the tools of the trade.
So she mentioned like specific tools and their uses.
Yeah, exactly. Knives, scissors, all hammers, even specialized machinery if you have experience with it.
Okay.
And, safety is paramount here.
Right. So I should emphasize using the tools safely and correctly.
Absolutely. It shows that you're responsible and you know that you take your work seriously.
I'm feeling pretty confident about those tool questions now.
Great.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, this next question is a great opportunity to showcase your creativity and your ability to handle more challenging projects.
Okay, I'm ready.
Can you describe a time when you had to work on a particularly complex leather good?
Ooh, I like this one. I feel like I can really let my passion shine through here.
Exactly. Choose a project that really pushed your skills.
Okay.
Whether it involved intricate stitching, a unique design, or even a difficult to work with type of leather.
And this doesn't have to be a professional project, does it?
Not at all.
Like if it was something that I did.
Yeah, a personal project that you poured your heart and soul into can be just as impactful, if not more so.
Because it's about the dedication.
Yeah, showing them your dedication to the craft.
Your willingness to go the extra mile.
Exactly. Okay, let's wrap up this question marathon with one that focuses on efficiency.
All right, bring it on.
How do you ensure that you are working efficiently and meeting production deadlines?
Time management strikes again.
I know, right? But this one's also about highlighting your ability to work quickly and accurately under pressure.
So I should mention techniques for staying focused and minimizing errors.
Absolutely. And you know what? RoleCatcher can help you here too.
Okay, how so?
It can help you identify and articulate those techniques in a way that really resonates with the specific requirements of the job.
Wow, it's like having a personal interview coach in my pocket.
It kind of is.
I'm telling you, RoleCatcher is the secret weapon that every job seeker needs.
I think it's a really powerful tool to have in your arsenal.
We've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've explored the essence of being a leather goods manual operator, delved into those tricky interview questions,
Yes.
and we've even uncovered how RoleCatcher can give you a real advantage in the job search process.
It's a game changer.
But there's still more to discover.
Oh, yeah. We've only just scratched the surface.
So true. Let's shift gears for a second, talk about like career paths.
Okay.
I noticed in the RoleCatcher guide, it mentions some pretty interesting
Yeah.
opportunities for growth in this field.
Definitely. I mean, it's not like you're going to be in the same role forever. There's
Right.
definitely room for advancement.
Duh.
You could, maybe move into a supervisory or management position,
Right.
leading a whole team of artisans.
So if you have like leadership aspirations, this could be a good career path for that.
Absolutely. And then for those with that entrepreneurial spirit, there's always the possibility of, starting your own leather goods business.
Wow. So from craftsman to business owner.
I know, it's amazing.
That's a cool journey.
It really is. But it all starts with, mastering those fundamentals.
Of course.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
let's get back to those interview questions.
Okay.
We've covered some of the basics, but what about those follow-up questions?
Oh, yeah.
The ones that interviewers love to throw your way.
Yeah. Those can be kind of tricky.
They can be. They're trying to catch you off guard, but don't worry.
Okay.
We're going to equip you with the knowledge and the strategies to handle those
I like it.
with confidence. So let's say you're talking about your experience with leather goods. And the interviewer says, can you give me a specific example of a project where you had to use your problem-solving skills?
Okay.
What would you say?
I guess I would try to think of a time when I faced a challenge and I had to come up with a creative solution.
Exactly. And remember to use that STAR method to structure your response.
Okay.
Describe the situation, the task, the action you took, and the positive result.
So it helps me stay concise and focused.
Exactly. Instead of rambling, you just paint a clear picture.
Right.
The problem, your actions, and the successful outcome.
I got it. Okay, so let's say I'm talking about my approach to quality control. And the interviewer asks, what are some specific techniques you use to ensure even stitching?
Ooh, this is where that attention to detail comes in.
It does.
Describe techniques like using a stitching pony to maintain tension, ensuring that you have a consistent stitch length,
Okay.
and, meticulously inspecting your work for any imperfections.
Those are the things that really separate the pros from the amateurs.
They do. Okay, let's imagine the interviewer asks, what's a recent trend in leather goods production that you find particularly interesting?
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, me too.
It's a chance to show that I'm passionate and informed.
Exactly. Be prepared to discuss a specific trend. Like the growing demand for sustainable and ethically sourced leather, or, the rise of minimalist designs, or even the incorporation of new technologies into those traditional leatherworking techniques.
So I should do my research.
Definitely.
And have a couple trends up my sleeve.
Yes, have a few ready to discuss with enthusiasm.
Okay, I can do that. One last scenario.
Okay, hit me.
Let's say I'm explaining how I prioritize my workload, and the interviewer asks, how do you handle a situation where multiple orders are due on the same day?
Ooh, that's a tough one. But you know what? Time management and grace under pressure are your allies here.
Oh,
Explain your process for assessing those deadlines, breaking down tasks, and allocating your time effectively.
So I could mention using like a project management tool.
Yeah.
Or priority matrix.
Exactly. And don't forget to emphasize your ability to stay calm and focused, even when those deadlines are tight.
I want to reassure the interviewer that I can handle the pressure.
Yes, you got it.
And still deliver quality work.
You know what? And RoleCatcher can help you prepare for these follow-up questions, too.
How so?
Its AI can analyze common interview questions and provide feedback on your practice answers.
That's cool.
Help you identify areas for improvement and, craft those really compelling responses.
Man, it really is like having a personal interview coach.
I know, right?
This RoleCatcher thing is amazing.
It's a pretty great tool, but remember, even with the best preparation, it's your passion, it's your dedication, and those intangible qualities that will really make you stand out.
So true. Okay, before we wrap up,
is
there anything else in the RoleCatcher guide that we haven't touched on?
Actually, yes, there is one more point I think that's really worth highlighting.
Okay.
The guide emphasizes the importance of continuous learning in this field.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense because the world of leather goods is always evolving. New trends, new techniques, new materials.
Exactly. So it's really crucial to demonstrate, your commitment to staying ahead of the curve.
Okay.
Mention any courses or workshops you've taken, online resources you follow, or even personal projects that you've undertaken to expand your skill set.
So it's about showing that I'm making an effort to stay current and relevant.
Exactly. You're not content with just meeting the minimum requirements. You're really driven to grow and evolve as a craftsman.
I love that it's like showcasing that inherent passion and desire to always be improving.
And remember, RoleCatcher can help you identify relevant learning resources too,
Okay.
based on the specific needs of the job.
Right. Tailoring it to the opportunity.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've covered just about everything.
I think so too.
A future leather goods manual operator needs to know
Yeah.
to ace that interview.
We've explored the role,
Yeah.
dissected the questions, and even uncovered how RoleCatcher can be a game changer.
It's true, but before we send you off to conquer that interview, I think we should leave our listeners with one final pro tip, before they head into that interview.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What is it?
I would say remember to really research the company and its products beforehand.
Okay, so really do your homework on them.
Yeah, that extra effort, it always makes a difference. It shows that you're not just looking for any job, you're genuinely interested in their work.
Right.
And what they stand for.
It's like saying, I've done my homework and I want to be a part of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not just there for a paycheck.
Right. You're there to...
You want to contribute.
Yeah. Okay, future leather masters.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into landing that leather goods manual operator job.
You got this.
We've dissected those interview questions, uncovered the secrets to highlighting those transferable skills, and even explored how RoleCatcher can be your secret weapon in that whole job search.
That's a great tool.
So as you embark on this career path, remember that you're not just working with leather.
It's so much more than that.
You're shaping a story.
Yeah, you're creating a legacy.
Each stitch, each cut, each carefully crafted detail contributes to something beautiful and lasting.
Let that passion fuel your craft and never stop seeking ways to,
Yeah.
elevate your artistry. The world needs more creators who approach their work with this level of dedication and soul.
Couldn't agree more.